it is almost the end of November when we're shooting this. So, you know what that means?
Christmas!
Christmas. And
My
Heidi's
favorite
already for
time of year.
Christmas.
Yes.
Favorite, you too, eh? I love Christmas.
I
absolutely
hate winter.
But I love Christmas.
Yes.
So you'd love to have Christmas where there's no winter?
No, just on
Pardon
Christmas
me?
Eve and Christmas Day, a dump of snow, and then it disappears and it's hot.
Okay, wait a minute.
That'd be wonderful.
That's yes, absolutely. What
Did you
she
almost
said.
contradict yourself there?
No, what she said.
Yeah, what Heidi
Yeah.
said.
I like it to start snowing on, say, the 24th morning.
Yeah.
I'd like it to end on 26th, say, evening. And that'd be just perfect. That'd be cool.
We put Heidi in the center, by the way, because we know how Heidi will control the show.
Right.
She keeps you and I in
right?
check.
Actually, I was telling her at the beginning, as when we were just sitting here, that I will be particularly inarticulate today. You know, not that that's
Did
not
you drink
normal.
a lot of coffee?
No, I just haven't had a lot of sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was up until
I was
4:30
up
in the
till
morning.
What were you doing up till 4:30 in the morning?
I don't want to talk about it. Part of it was a podcast. We did.
Yes.
Okay.
We were done by 9.
Right, but the problem is I had 3. No, the problem is
we weren't up till 4:30
but I had
podcasting
3
left.
really, really strong coffees between about 4 and
Yes.
8 o'clock when we started the podcast.
Yes.
And then I raced home and I had a conversation with a friend of mine. And I never talk on the phone. I hate talking on the phone. But I ended up talking to her for about 45 minutes. And now I get off the phone and I'm like just wired. Okay, now what do I do? And yeah, I stayed up editing pictures for the most part of the night. Did a little bit of writing, and all of a sudden, blinking.
And what time did you have to get up?
5:30.
Oh,
Wow.
So I got up
No.
at 6. So I had about an hour and a
You
half.
slept in
sleep.
for a half an hour.
I know, right? So yes. So if I babble, I have an excuse.
Well, you usually
First time, I was just
babble
gonna
anyway,
say, at
but-
least I have an excuse this time.
this
All right.
show. What about the other one?
Okay, back to Christmas. I love Christmas.
Christmas with snow or no snow. You know, I don't mind Christmas either.
Right.
Well, I should say I really like Christmas. What I'm trying to get at is the weather.
The weather.
I don't mind snow on Christmas is what I was trying to say.
Right.
But I'm with you. If it would come Christmas Eve and be gone by Boxing Day, I
That'd
would
be
love
lovely,
that.
right? That would be lovely.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
of all the things in a year that I can experience, Christmas is my favorite by far.
I was listening to Christmas music today while I was getting ready to leave, and my brother-in-law, he's like, "You're not supposed to be listening to Christmas music yet." I'm like, "I'm supposed to be getting in the mood for Arts Talk because we have a Christmas segment."
It's a Christmas show, but I don't know why you couldn't listen to Christmas music. There is one of the radio stations, local radio stations, is Christmas music all day long.
Already, eh?
I'm gonna blast
Yes.
it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
Christmas music all day long. So we've got a good show coming up.
We do.
And we should let our viewers know for Arts Talk as well. This is our last show of 2019.
I'm glad you went further than this is our last show.
We won't be shooting in December. We'll be back in 2020.
Okay, so it wasn't. This is our last show. Period.
This is not our last show. Period.
Okay, this is our last show. Comma.
Unless,
Wait, what?
Unless Heidi fires you and I, then it could be our last
It'll
show.
be the
It's just-
Heidi
it's just the
show.
Heidi show.
The Heidi show.
Never mind. Well, let's not do that. No.
No, I was talking about height. Unbelievable.
Is she actually the tallest one here today?
I don't. Okay, I'm 5'2". I'm a shorty. So
I got
But
my
you
heels
have-
on for a reason.
I mean,
You don't really have
let's
it.
not look at my boots are not that nice right now.
So-
I need new shoelaces.
Maybe it's Christmas. Maybe you'll get some.
Hey,
That's
yeah.
Santa.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Shoelaces.
Heidi needs new shoelaces.
Yeah.
Shoelaces.
Talk
Not
to
shoes.
Santa. Santa might be watching this from the North Pole. So ask Santa for shoelaces.
I'd like some shoelaces, please. Black.
So we have a good show coming up,
Maybe.
as long as Cliff doesn't babble. So we also want to thank Good Improv. They always warm up our audience before
Thank
the
you.
show, and we'll see you
Good
in a little bit on the show as well.
My normal mantras. I wish you guys would just change your name, man. Great improv. Great improv. All right. But if you did that, then I'd lose my shtick here. So keep it at good. I'll say it's great.
And we
then-
definitely have to have them on the show later because of the way they're dressed.
Look at the dress. That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's
It is.
pretty amazing.
Incredible.
And Dan
makes me so happy.
Dan didn't bring a dog, and Jordan didn't bring a cat.
You know.
You should have brought a reindeer.
So I think we're good there.
Yeah.
So we've got coming up Vanessa Antoniak, who runs
Yes.
Holy Handmade, which is a
runs
fantastic
what?
art. Holy Handmade.
Holy handmade.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's a fantastic art/craft show.
Okay, wait a minute. HOLY handmade.
WH.
Oh, there's a W in there. Okay, holy handmade. All
Yes,
right.
that's correct
Listen,
spelling.
I'm just clearing
Yeah,
it up.
Vanessa's nodding
I'm
his
just
yes.
clearing it up.
So the nice thing about her shows, and I'm sure she's going to tell us all about it, every artist that's in that show, everything at their booth has to be made by
Isn't
them.
that awesome?
That's
so there's
amazing.
nothing that can be brought in from anywhere else, which
Nice.
is really cool.
Very cool.
So we're going to talk to Vanessa in a little bit, and then after that, guess what?
What?
We're going to get our crew up here with us, and I think good improv up here, and we're going to chat about Christmas.
Nice.
It's called improv.
Improv. That's right. So do I have to go behind the camera then, or
No, that camera is going to handle itself.
it's going to handle itself
The viewers are going to run that camera remotely
remotely?
from
Nice.
home.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's what we need.
Remote camera from home.
That's
Run from by the people at home.
That's right.
They can change whatever view they see of us.
Another Christmas present.
Another
There
good.
you go.
there you go.
So do you think we should get on with this show?
Well,
do
I
it.
know we're not. Never mind. Go ahead.
Moving on.
All right. Let's get on with the show then.
Let's do it.
We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to Arts Talk.
It must be the Christmas show. I was watching Trevor, our director over here, and I heard, "Are you ready?" And then he's typing on his phone. So obviously something more important.
Sorry, that was just quite funny from my particular perspective. Because
I'm looking at the camera, looking
he's
over
just
here
looking
like
at
a
the
deer
camera.
with
And I'm like,
a deer in the headlights.
hello.
Hello. We're back.
We're
Vanessa-
back.
Vanessa's caught in the middle of this all with us.
Hello, Vanessa.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Vanessa Antoniak.
Wonderful, thank you. I'm sorry you just roll that name again, just like that. It's again Antoniak.
Antoniak, yes.
Very cool.
Vanessa
It sounds
Koniak.
like cognac. I like that. That sounds really cool.
Vanessa
Now I'm
Antoniak.
thirsty.
It is a Christmas show. How come
It
there's
is a Christmas
no-
show,
no
Bill.
Christmas drinks?
What happened to the cheer?
So Vanessa, tell us a little bit about yourself. You run the Holy Handmaid show out here in Strathcona County, Sherwood Park.
Yes.
And your background, you went to NATE. I know you're involved with promotional products and all that kind of thing. So tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll get into talking about Holy Handmaid.
Sure. So I do have a background in marketing. I have a diploma from NATE, as well as a little bit of event planning and, like you said, promotional products, sales, marketing. And before I had children, I worked in the finance industry and lost my job when I was on maternity leave and started selling. Yeah.
Not cool.
No, not cool. And I started selling for a multi-level marketing company, which is how I got into doing trade shows.
Wow. So on to that, it is the Christmas season. So how long have you actually been doing the Holy Handmaid shows? You do 4 a year, right?
For a year, yes. So Holy Handmaid started in March of 2015. So we're coming up on our 5th anniversary.
Wow.
And like you said, it's in Sherwood Park, and it features all handmade products. There's nothing that's manufactured. Everybody that participates in the show must make it themselves.
Must make it themselves.
And do you get Albertans in general, or mostly local to Sherwood Park?
Most of them are local, but I do have a few that travel from Red Deer or Calgary.
Nice.
I've had vendors as far away as Winnipeg, and so mostly local, but nothing. Nothing from too far away.
How many
Nice.
vendors do you have?
This show, there's 140.
140 vendors.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you? Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you ever make anything to sell?
No.
No.
I don't know. No, I don't make anything. I just make the magic of the shows happen.
So then, where did the idea to come, if you don't make anything, to make this event that is all about handcrafted things?
So before Holy Handmaid, I did 2 other trade shows in Edmonton when I sold Pampered Chef. So I participated in a couple shows, and I thought I could do a better job than the ones I participated in.
Nice.
And with my background in marketing and advertising, I started doing shows, but they had a lot of other multi-level marketing companies and local businesses, not just handmade items.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the people that were shopping kept asking for more handmade. They wanted something a little bit more unique and personalized. They didn't want to have the standard stuff that they could find, because everybody kind of knows someone that sells for one of the party companies.
Right.
So handmade is really personal, and you can get a wide variety and unique products.
Certainly the style of product on the rise,
Yes,
which
for
is
sure.
fantastic. Right? I
sure.
mean, Bill and I have talked, I don't know, countless occasions about local artists and artisans and how we're passionate about local all the time. Local.
Right.
You know, buy your paintings from the artists themselves, etc. So that's pretty exciting that you
Yeah.
have that many vendors showing up.
And the nice thing about buying handmade is that you get the artisan's passion,
Correct.
and they're making a living at what they love, and you can tell that they take the time and effort, and the amount of talent of the group of artisans that I have and the vendors is fantastic.
And it's an upward spiral. Sorry, Bill. It's an upward spiral. You know, as the artists get supported, they can create more,
Yes.
and as they create more, they get better at it. And ultimately, we're all the winners, right?
And I think it's awesome for the consumer as well that comes to the show, because now they're coming to buy something that person has actually physically made
Exactly.
themselves.
Touched.
So when you're buying that particular item, it's like, wow, this was made by this person that I'm buying it from, and it's so cool to have it, right?
Right.
Whether they're buying for themselves and or because it's Christmas for a gift.
Yeah, and
right?
there's a story behind a lot of the products and
Yes.
why
Just gonna say.
vendors started out selling what they do and how
Yeah.
they made it. Lots of them found a niche that they needed to fill.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like there's a lady
So-
that makes reusable paper towels. So rather than having all the waste, then she makes them and they're washable.
Cool. Heidi has a question for you, obviously. But while I'm handing over the microphone to her, what's the two coolest products that you currently have in the lineup?
There is. It's a hard one because everything's so
Everything is nice. Everything is good.
everything
You don't want
has
to
its
single
own.
out one vendor.
I know you're gonna play favorites, and
Yeah.
your vendors
Yeah.
gonna be like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll
there
watch
is-
Arts Talk.
There is. I like all of the handmade clothing. There's a lady that makes shawls out of scarves. She's local to Sherwood Park. Her company is called Unhinged Peppermint. So she takes 2 scarves and she makes a shawl out of them. And then the reusable paper towels, they're made by Banjo's Field, and she's
Nice.
got some interesting products. And then the food always is a very popular seller. So there's moonshine, there's
Guess we better go,
flavored
Cliff.
moonshine, there's soup, there's macarons, there's caramunchies, where she makes cornflakes with caramel, and she has a different flavor every show,
Wow.
just with the seasons.
So,
how
go ahead, Heidi.
how far in advance do you start planning each event?
Usually about 6 months before. Strathcona County has it's in their building, so I have to wait 6 months before to see if they have an event that they're planning. But now that I have a following of vendors and the show's quite popular, I don't have to do as much work trying to find the vendors because they all want
They all
to
know
come in
about
and be
it,
in the
that's
show.
right.
So how is it on show day? I've had the opportunity to walk through one of your events, and of course I see you as and I know what it's like to be doing an event, and you're wandering the aisleways, making sure everything's under control. How is it event day? Good.
Event day, it's a little bit stressful and busy up until the show opens, and then the
it's
rest is
everybody
done.
comes in, and
Yeah.
You
So
might
usually-
be trying that brandy you were talking
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
or moonshine. Yeah.
I'm usually there at about 5:30 in the morning, and then the vendors
Start drinking moonshine at
eliminate-
5:30 in the morning? What?
That's how
No
the
wonder you're
business
so
side-
happy.
Wow.
Everything's handmade.
So-
Check this out.
Yeah.
So before we run out of time here, Vanessa, your next show is December 14th, 15th?
Yes, December 14th and 15th.
Okay.
It's at the Agora in the Strathcona County Community Center, so
Nice.
just across from the library.
From what time to what time?
Saturday, the show runs from 10 to 5, and Sunday it's 11 to 4. And
Cool.
it's free admission, so
Wow.
bring your friends.
Nice, excellent. And how do people get a hold of you? If I'm a vendor, and maybe I didn't get in this show, but I'd like to get in the show in 2020, how do we get a hold of Vanessa to
So I
show her interest?
I do have a Facebook page. If you look under Holy Handmade, WHOLLY Handmade.
Yes, Cliff.
I was just clarifying.
Or you can also email Kingsley Events. It's KINGSLEY events@shaw.ca.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. Great place to go Christmas shopping, December 14th, 15th for all of our viewers. Come out to Sherwood Park, enjoy the show. Walk
Lubricate
around.
yourself a little bit
Check
with
out the
some
moonshine.
and
Yeah, check out the
Yes.
snacks.
Yeah. There's wine.
Wine.
Homemade
Okay,
wine.
so wine and moonshine.
Wine and moonshine,
mind you, if
you're
I drink
okay.
enough moonshine, I'm bound to wine.
That's that'd be a great day.
Okay, we'll stop now.
Is this where I start going like this?
All right, Vanessa, we appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you so much for
Make
having me.
sure you get out there December 14th, 15th in the Agora, Strathcona
Awesome.
County
Thanks, Vanessa.
Community
Thank
Center.
you.
Thanks, Vanessa. We'll be right back after this.
events are brought to you by the Edmonton Muse. Go check them out for some good local content.
That's the edmontonmuse.ca. So, you know what? Yeah, why don't we start here? You've heard of candy canes, but what about walking down a whole lane that's littered with Christmas paraphernalia, Christmas decoration, and lights? So many lights that you'll be amazed. It's Candy Cane Lane, December 12th to January 1st at the Crestwood Community League, which is 148th Street between 92nd and 100th Avenue. And while you're down there, you'll be asking yourself, why would you go all the way to the North Pole when you can experience the magic of Christmas right here in the city of Edmonton? There's spirits, including yours, that will be bright. There's jingle bells. If you don't have any jingle bells, put a little loose change in your pocket or some keys. Those make a nice jingling sound. There will be plenty of snowmen on display and thousands of lights. So skip that flight to the north and head west to Candy Cane Lane.
Well, that does sound like a heck of a good time there, Jordan, but I'm going to have to decline your offer because December 7th to 23rd, I'll be down at the Alberta Legislature. For more than 30 years, groups from around Alberta have been entertaining in the rotunda of the legislature building, and this year is no different. In fact, this year, more than 50 groups will be performing on the grand staircase. I walked up a lot of stairs in my day, Jordan, and none of them have been grand.
Wow.
So this is a real upgrade there. That's groups from all over Alberta. Weekdays at noon, weekends at 6:30, December 7th to 23rd at the Alberta Legislature.
That sounds pretty cool. I think there's one more event that we have to read.
There sure is. Last but not least here is the Candlelight Christmas with the McDades. That's December 6th to 22nd at the John Walter Museum.
Wow, did you know John Walter had 2 homes? And there's stuff going on in each of them.
That's right. A 45-minute musical performance will happen in John Walter's oldest home and his second oldest home.
It's pretty cool.
If you'd like to get tickets to that event, you can call 780-442-5311.
I think they can only sell groups of tickets to people who live in the same household. So get a bunch of people to move in, and then you can all go to the show together.
That's what John Walter did.
Smart. These have been the events. Back to you, Bill, Cliff, and Heidi.
Brought to you by the Edmonton Muse.
We're back. We have everybody. It's a Christmas show. So we've got Jordan from Good Improv. We have Trevor. Now, Trevor's always behind the camera. This is the guy who keeps us on time. He tells me how much time is left in every segment. And, of course, we have Eric Kaplan, and not the same Eric Kaplan that writes for Big Bang Theory, which, of course, is no longer on the air. Well, it could be. Sorry. Shh. Okay, we'll take that back. You can edit that out, right? So Eric is our camera guy and lighting guy and everything else production guy. And then, of course, we've got Dan, dressed like Santa. You've seen him already doing events. And, yeah, you look good, Dan. And Jordan, wow.
You look good too, Bill.
Well, thanks, Dan. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Heidi. And I love your stocking, Jordan.
Oh, thank you.
There's nothing in it, though.
No, I have everything I need. So I don't need any gifts for Christmas.
No gifts? No. Oh, wow.
Is that like from when you were a kid, or did you make that for today?
Well, I don't know which one's more humiliating. But this is from when I was a child.
Wow.
Yeah, I found it in an old box. I didn't have a Christmas sweater, so I made one.
Yes. That's nice. Well, you can see that out of everybody up here, other than the crew, the only other person that's not wearing anything Christmassy at all is this guy right here.
I'm wearing it on the inside. The Christmas spirit is on the inside.
I have a solution.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. She threw her pin on the ground. Oh, she's going to pin you.
If I yell, you know what's happening. Yes, please do. Oh.
Nicely done.
In fairness, the fact that or some hair. The fact of the matter is, with this tradition of ugly Christmas sweaters, etc., on the rise or has risen, there aren't any to be had. I looked last year.
That's what they all say.
You can find them now, but instead of like, the old granny sweaters that you find at Value Village or whatever, they're like $30 or more. It's crazy.
So they're making brand new ugly Christmas?
Yes, brand new ugly Christmas sweaters.
Guys, can I say something about Christmas?
You can.
I've been holding this inside for a little while. I want to share it with everyone. Christmas comes only once a year. It's a year when we welcome spirits and ghouls into the world, and we all dress up in costumes and send our children around to collect candy. And every October 31st, when Christmas comes around, I just get a really warm feeling in my heart, and I wanted to share that with all you guys.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Dan. We appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
That's nice.
That's wonderful, Dan. Did you ever find your dog, by the way, or cat?
He ran away. He made a motion like he didn't really love me anymore. I could tell he didn't say anything, but his eyes spoke volumes.
He made a motion, so was there a vote on it?
Yeah, but he kind of overruled me when I said no. He just took off out the door. So if you see a dog that is probably much happier than it was when he was with me, then let me know.
So, this is a Christmas segment. We have 4 minutes. Trevor, I think is your switch on? Just on your mic there, Mr. Young? Yeah, that's why he's...
there it is.
So not only is he timing us while we're doing this segment, he had his switch off.
I just do numbers. I don't know how to run these.
It'll be fixed in post. Yes, we can fix it in post.
I'll overdub you. Okay. Give me a better...
I like that, eh? You can tell he's behind the camera all the time. Because see where the microphone is, see where his mouth is.
Eric's holding his mic down here, so you don't see it.
Can you give me a sexier voice?
Ask for one for Christmas.
Fix that in post. So it's Christmas. Is everybody up here ready for Christmas? Well, I know you are. You've got your stocking ready to go. What about you, Trevor?
I would say 90%.
Good.
Ready.
Do you guys like pre-shop? Or are you like?
Pretty much.
Heidi's just over here, like, wow, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think I have one gift left, but I start, usually I try to aim to start in August, and then, because then it's not as expensive. You're not spending
So true.
a ton of money all at once. It's, each month you buy a few more gifts as you go.
I normally do that too, Heidi, but this year, I'm waiting till December 14th and 15th. I'm going to Wholly Handmade.
Oh ho! I think my last gift. That's what I'll do.
Maybe some Christmas sweaters.
Yeah, for Cliff. Cliff needs a Christmas sweater to our viewers, or at least something Christmassy.
Well, you know what, guys? I wanted to save this for off camera, but hold on. I got Cliff a little bit of a gift. I wanted to put it on for everyone. Hold this for a sec.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Dan is so excited. Here it comes.
Now, Cliff, because you've been such a good boy this year, I got you just what you wanted.
Look at this. That's beautiful, Cliff.
And I think everybody would like to see you put it on. Wouldn't everybody? We'd like to see Cliff put that on, right?
There you go.
I take back all the nice things I said about him.
Yeah, make sure that part goes on the front, Cliff. We all want to see it.
So while Cliff is getting dressed here, so Dan, I have a quick question for you.
Of course.
Considering that there's a lot of spirits and ghouls and that kind of thing for Christmas, apparently. So what about candy? You didn't talk about any candy for Christmas.
Well, sure. You send your kids around, they get candy from your neighbors, that sort of stuff.
Oh, wow.
A lot of candy corn, which I don't really care for too much. I don't know why it's so associated with
And
Christmas.
Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls are better. Yeah.
What?
You know what I would do? I would maybe.
You didn't listen to our podcast.
I would maybe bring like shelled nuts or maybe mandarin oranges to Christmas. That seems like it would be a better fit because you got the orange, which is already a color of the season, right? You know what?
Its own wrapper too.
Right, so it's easy for disposal.
Yeah.
And shelled nuts.
On that note, we have 30 seconds.
Oh, thanks, Trevor.
And the audience goes, "Thank God."
The viewers are going, "Wow, this is Christmas."
Okay, but check it out.
Well, look at
Hey,
this.
all right.
You look beautiful, Cliff. That looks awesome.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
Nope.
That's very kind of you. A Halloween gift is always appreciated.
No problem. You can give me a trick anytime you'd like.
Well then, I don't know what to say
Don't
after
want to
that.
go there.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from Arts Talk. We'll be right back after this. And we're back.
Yes,
We are back.
What a show. Our last show of 2019.
Last show of 2019. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Bill, I can't believe it. When did we start this with us?
You know, because we've done one Christmas, so
Right.
this is
Yes.
going to be our second Christmas.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
our second Christmas segment.
So what is this, episode 23?
21, 22,
21,
23,
22?
24, 25.
Okay, most
Something
definitely.
like that. As a team.
Since this new format started, and
Yes.
Heidi and I came on
Yeah.
board. I know you had it for so many years before that, but
Yep.
man, oh man, it seems like the time has flown.
Yeah.
Yes. Last year we were at the John Walter Museum. That's correct.
Right.
And but yeah, so this I think is around episode 23 ballpark that
Yeah.
we've done as a team. Which
I can't
is-
believe
is
how the
cool.
time has flown.
Yeah, it goes right by.
Yeah, and we missed the people that left us. We missed
Yeah.
Terry.
Yes,
Marissa?
Terry, off in BC, Marissa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
so
yeah. We should have a reunion one time.
we should
That'd
have
be
a
fun.
reunion show.
Get
Yeah,
Terry to
and-
come here and bring us cookies.
And bring us cookies. You took
Bring
the
us
words right out of
cookies.
my mouth. Absolutely.
Yeah, and maybe I'll bring Jennifer, my old co-host, on as well.
Ooh, can we do
Do it.
this? That would be
Yeah,
so
That'd
fun.
be
that'd be good.
Yeah.
A reunion.
I've
Maybe
never
that's
met her,
Maybe
so-
that's how we start the new year off.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Can she come on as a guest because she's actra?
I think as a guest, it's fine.
As a guest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
So we'll have to do that. Jen, if you're watching, you may not be watching right this moment, but if she does watch, she might want to
Then
come
we
on
can
the
do it.
show.
And Terry-
we're inviting you, and Terry.
Terry, come back.
Terry, bring us cookies.
Bring cookies, okay.
New Year's
Donuts.
cookies. Donuts. Yeah, she makes great donuts as
Yeah.
well.
Very quickly, young lady over here, besides us having the podcast, you have your own podcast.
I
Yes,
do.
tell us.
Tell
Yes.
us.
Tell us.
It's called Unstoppable Grace.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, and I'm hosting along with two lovely ladies, my
Nice.
friend Laura and my friend Danielle, and yeah, we have an episode coming out once every week.
Nice.
Cool.
If
Yeah.
Laura and Daniel are listening, good show.
And
I've
again-
I've listened to at least 4 of the episodes. Good fun. Nice,
Thanks.
interesting to listen to.
For sure. And for the viewers that don't know ours, we do the Podly podcast.
The Bodley Podcast.
I love that name.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it comes from being. You know what it was? I tried to find a word like a word in use. I mean, everything's taken. There's nothing really original that you can do with words in use. So you know what? The podcast, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden became the Podly Podcast, and now it's like the podliest of all podcasts.
It is. And we're
Nice.
on every Tuesday night. We're on live from 8 till 9. So
That's
you can
right.
actually tune in on your computer
Yep.
or device, whatever you've got, tablet, and listen to us live every Tuesday night at 8
Yeah,
o'clock.
engage via text.
You can join in and chat with us
Yeah.
during the show, which is great.
Yeah.
We do record the show as well, so it is available
Watch that.
through all of the podcast networks,
Yeah.
Spotify, iHeart,
So-
Radio Public,
the Podly Podcast.
the Podly
And
Podcast,
Unstoppable
and
Grace
Unstoppable Grace
Podcast.
Podcast.
And you can find us
Unstoppable
on Anchor and Spotify right now.
Yes.
And we're still fairly new, so how do you say it?
Distribution. Yeah, you had me,
Hard time to do.
stumbling on it.
Yeah, it's
Distribution.
happening. But yeah, if you go to www.anchor.fm /Unstoppable Grace Podcast, I believe.
Or you can go to Google and search Unstoppable Grace.
Do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Or
you
go
can
on
Google
Facebook.
the Podly Podcast. It'll come
That's
up
right.
as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's, you know what? We don't have a New Year's show, so I will say this. I wish you all the people who have loved our Facebook page in the last little while. I've been torturing you for a year now. I want
Well
to tell
over
you,
1,000 likes.
we appreciate you a tremendous amount. And since we don't have a New Year's show, I will wish you the very best of New Year's and the most peaceful and pleasant Christmas to date.
We've had an excellent 2019. We've had fantastic guests all the way through. We've had some fun with good improv all
Correct.
through 2019, and hopefully they'll be back with us in 2020. And it got dark in here all of a sudden.
It got dark.
And Good Improv is giving us the thumbs up that they'll be back in 2020.
Awesome.
Nice.
And if you like, put in comments something that you're really hoping to get or give for Christmas, and what your New Year's resolution is.
For
Nice.
sure. No, that would be awesome. So yeah, we'll get into the new year. We'll have all brand new shows for you. We want to thank Common Ground Community
Thank you
Cafe
so
here in
much.
Sherwood
Yeah.
Park for having us on the last Wednesday of every month and having an audience out of the show. We want to thank the Edmonton News magazine. And you can also watch our episodes now in their magazine that comes out each month. They're putting our show in there, which is really cool. So we
Cool.
wanna thank-
EdmontonMuse.ca. Nice.
Yeah, I want to thank Jesse Toms at edmontonnews.ca.
Cool.
So
Very Merry Christmas, everybody.
that's it for this year, 2019, everybody. So have a great Christmas, have a great New Year.
And we'll see you all next year.
We will be back next year. See ya.
Stay happy.